Today I'm going to present to you another really cheap PC build. So let me explain what all these parts are and how I'm going to put everything together. You're not going to believe this, but this build actually cost me only $100. So I paid $50 for this motherboard. It is a broken motherboard, but it came with an Intel 8th generation i5-8500T, which does have integrated graphics. So I'm going to be taking that CPU, putting in my dad's old motherboard. I have upgraded his PC and I made a video on that, so I'll put a link for that up here. This is his old PC. Luckily this motherboard supports 8th and 9th generation CPUs. So I'm gonna be throwing this 8500T onto this motherboard, combined with DDR4 memory, which is 16 gigabytes, 8 gigs per module, running at 2133 megahertz. That's because this board doesn't support any overclocking. For storage, we got a Samsung 870 EVO SSD, which is gonna be plenty for this build. Now let's get the processor out of this old motherboard and transfer it into our other newish old motherboard, which is actually gonna make this computer work. There we go, the cooler is off. Now I'm gonna give this CPU a wipe down and take it out of this old house. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some fresh thermal paste on the CPU. Since the cooler is not that big, I'm not gonna apply too much thermal paste, just a little amount in the middle right here, as you'll see. That should be plenty. No way. We don't have the right size cooler. This is not gonna be fun. Alright, the build is gonna stop right here. Yeah, this cooler is not the right size, so I'm gonna go look for a cooler that'll actually fit this motherboard. The only thing that we need to do inside this CPU case is to drop this motherboard and hook up this SSD drive. Power supply is already there. It is a Corsair TX550M. This power supply should be able to handle a mid-range GPU pretty easily. So now this build is complete, and I was about to fire it up when I discovered this motherboard doesn't have any outlets at the back for HDMI or display. So even though the CPU has integrated graphics, I wouldn't be able to use it until I get a dedicated GPU. I'm actually going to the parts store tomorrow and I'll be picking a GPU up for this computer really soon. And in the next video we'll be installing GPU and we'll be benchmarking it with some games and see how this old 8th Gen i5 performs with a GPU that's not gonna break your bank. It really helps me out when you subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and thanks for watching.